Hi everybody, this is Janet Wright. Welcome back. This is an energy healing technique walkthrough video where I will be walking you through the energy healing techniques that you need in order to expand your comfort zone or clear your frequent triggers. So I will explain the concept first and then I will go into the walkthrough. In the walkthrough, we will use stacking and clearing two ways to help you clear energy blocks, and we will also use Inner Child Healing 3.0 to also help you clear baggage so that, again, you can clear your frequent triggers and expand your comfort zone. So often, older souls, relatively older souls, are more sensitive people, period. So some people, they say it as if it's really only them, like I am so sensitive. And I think that is real, that people can feel that they are uniquely sensitive and nobody's as sensitive as they are. But as someone who's read thousands of older souls, I can assure you that you are not the only one. So what happens as a fairly healthy coping skill is that people tend to narrow their experiences that they have. They establish a comfort zone, right, of experiences that do not trigger them that much. And outside of their comfort zone are experiences that do trigger them more. And so they confine themselves to this comfort zone, or we could call it a circle of safe experiences, right? And that is not necessarily unhealthy, right? If you have things that trigger you, why be triggered all the time? Why not just find enough healthy, creative activities here where you're living and you're thriving and you're not freaking yourself out all the time, right? That's good. But what happens sometimes is that this circle of safe experiences or comfort zone becomes too small, and you feel confined by it. You feel limited by it. You feel like you do not have enough adventure or spontaneity in your life. And so this technique video, this walkthrough, will help you with that so that you can broaden your circle of safe and enjoyable experiences, or broaden your comfort zone, expand your comfort zone. People tend to think of it the other way around, and they think, well, you should just get out of your comfort zone. But that may not be so realistic. To some extent, yes, I think there is something to that. But I think on the other hand, sometimes people establish comfort zones for good reason. And it's just too triggering to go outside of that comfort zone. It's unpleasant. So it's not fun. So this video helps with that. This video helps you clear what we're calling your most frequent triggers. Your most frequent triggers are the experiences and situations that kind of butt right up against your comfort zone, so keeping it more limited. And so, because we can't clear all your triggers in life, in one video. But, we're going to aim for the ones that are most limiting you, right? And clear those with this video. And the more you use it, and always have your intention be you're going to clear what's healthy and gentle for you to clear today as you do the video. So that's what we're going to do. Rather than just scolding you, telling you to get out of your comfort zone, we're going to help you clear those most frequent triggers so that your comfort zone of safe and comfortable experiences naturally expands. And that way you can have more adventure and spontaneity and variety because you'll have a bigger circle. So you'll have more choices of experiences and activities and people you can be around and situations you can be in that could be nice and enjoyable and not too triggering. Okay, so let's get to work. I do want to say though that the daily minimum of healing is unblocking your grounding and aura repair. So if you haven't done that and you feel like, oh, I feel terrible, go and do that first. This video will be here. You can come right back to it. So I have a video that's 10 or 11 minutes long and it has unblocking grounding and aura repair in the title. And I can link it down below as well in the comments section. But we're gonna do a 30-minute double check just to make sure your aura is repaired and your grounding is unblocked. And that way we can proceed nicely into the rest of the walkthrough, okay? So go ahead, redo your grounding. Just make it nice and wide as your whole aura. So I just put my hands out because right here at the heel of my hand, if I stretch it out, that's how big my aura is. So probably if your aura is nice and big and flowing, it's that big too. So your grounding can go up that wide, and it stays that wide all the way down to the core of the earth. And you create it at red or orange or yellow. And I suggest that you make it to go up nice and high as your third chakra, which is below your sternum bone. So make it that high, red or orange or yellow. I think I'll do orange this time. And so just choose one of those 3 colors that works for you right now. And then just make a copy out in front of you of that big, giant, wide, long grounding that you made, and just comb through it with gold light using your imagination, and just imagine any of the blockages in your grounding. Sometimes they're in the center part of the grounding. Sometimes the entire back of the grounding is blocked. So you just imagine whatever blocks might be there with your imagination, not necessarily clairvoyant vision. Could be clairvoyant vision, but you can also just imagine or think or use your intention. And you're using gold light that is generated by your hands, your hand chakra and your fingertip chakras. And just comb out and melt away those energy blocks. So that's unblocking your grounding. Well, that's creating a grounding and then unblocking it. You definitely need to unblock it regularly, because otherwise you're basically sitting on a mountain of your own problems, and life feels that way, which is not good. Okay? So if you can keep this flowing and unblocked through regularly checking it, then you can feel more fresh, more capable, lighter, more forward moving. Okay. So now a quick check for your aura, right? Your aura is the energy field all around you, and when it's nice and whole, then it protects you and it makes you feel relaxed and good. So let's check in with that. First, redo your gold energy aura buffer zones. Give yourself a brand new fresh set of 2 of those. One for your physical body's aura and one for your spirit body's aura. And those are described in the Gold Energy Aura Buffer Zones video. Gold Energy Aura Buffer Zones. It's only 18 minutes long, and it can really change things for you as far as energy self-defense. Okay, so now let's check in with how whole your aura is. Just make that copy of your aura out in front of you, and just see, is it a nice big, like a beach ball that has no rips and tears, or does it have a few rips and tears in it? I have a few rips and tears in mine, even though I checked, an hour ago. So it's always nice to recheck. That way you get the damage when it's not so huge and it's quicker to repair. And that way you don't, spend 5 hours feeling lousy and not knowing why. So just, you wash through the rips and I don't know why I keep saying rips and tears. I have like a mental block. You wash through the tears in your aura. And once you clean them out, then they start to grow back. Your aura starts to repair itself with enough gold light, enough patience. And then it starts to grow back. So then your aura is whole again. Yay. And you may need to get some more rips and tears, so you could just pause the video and do that, because it is very common that you might have more than one section that's ripped up. So we're gonna end now there, but if you have more rips, just pause the video, take care of it. It'll just take another minute, you can do it, right? Okay, so now let's do stacking and clearing 2 ways to clear your most frequent triggers so that we can expand your comfort zone and you can have more adventure and spontaneity and variety in your life. Yay! So sacking and clearing is so simple. You're just making piles of things and melting them away or blowing them up, whichever you prefer. You can even, yeah, let's stick with that. Okay, so 2 ways, because first, I don't think it so much matters which you do first, if you do the body baggage first or the spirit baggage first, because we're going to alternate back and forth. So let's just do body baggage, energy in your physical body's energy system, your physical body chakras, your physical body's aura, anywhere, any blocked energy that, because triggers, it's like a situation is triggering because it brings forward baggage that you have. So the baggage is really what we need to clear, right? Because experience XYZ doesn't need to trigger you. It triggers you because you have internal baggage that comes forward every time this experience occurs, right? So the empowering thing is to clear your baggage so that XYZ situation no longer triggers you, right? So just go ahead and make a pile out in front of you or a couple piles. And they could be far out in front of you if you don't like feeling this stuff. But sometimes I like it kind of close so I can go, wow, that's a lot. Wow, that explains it. So, but anyway, so just pile out in front of you, maybe way out in front of you, your most frequent trigger energy for your body. You know, what's been triggering your body so that you have a kind of a smaller comfort zone that's a little too small for you now. Just pile your baggage out in front on a body level, any body baggage, don't think about it. Just pile baggage out in front. And then ask your angels, is it okay that I clear all this right now? And just assume that they hear and they're gonna take anything out of the pile that should be taken out if necessary. My angels are like, go, clear it. So just bring up some red earth energy into these piles, soak the piles in red earth energy, and that's just with your intention. Bring it up from the center of the earth, red earth energy, soak the piles, and then gold light. Soak the piles in gold light, lots of gold light. And as you do that, just move out of resistance. Relax, let go of the piles. And you're moving that part of you that's accidentally holding on to the piles, you're moving that part of you into a more relaxed, flowing state so they all just melt real fast. And so if your piles didn't melt real fast, just ask your angels. Angels, can you help me melt all that? And they will. So that's the body baggage that's in the way of, that's the body baggage related to your most frequent triggers. So now your astral body baggage related to your most frequent triggers. And again, don't overthink it. It's just baggage, you know, energy blocks, right? So just make piles out in front of you of any baggage that your astral body has, your astral body chakras, your astral body aura. Just make piles out in front of you. Don't overthink it. Just let the smart part of you, subconscious part of you go wonk. There's all my baggage that I need to clear right now, so that I can expand my comfort zone and have more adventure and enjoy it. And angels, can you please double check that it's okay for me to clear all this right now? Healthy and gentle. My angels are like, Blaze, clear it. So bring up your red earth energy, soak your piles in your red earth energy, please. And then lots of gold light. Use gold light and just clear this baggage. Please clear it. Just relax, let go, be the flow, don't hold on to it anymore. And chances are it all just went whoosh, and it all just cleared. But if it didn't, just say, angels, please help, please. And your angels can help you clear it. Or you can also blow it up too if you're feeling like, get rid of it fast. Sometimes I'll be more likely to blow things up if I'm like cooking, I'm using both hands. I don't want to go if I'm making my eggs, you know? So I'll just throw it out there and just blow it up because I'm busy, you know, whisking my eggs or something. Or feeding my cats. All right, great, good job. Woo-hoo. All right, so let's check your grounding. Check that it's still there, it's still wide, and unblock it, because you don't want any traffic jams in your grounding right now. And then, okay, so you could repeat that again and clear another set of baggage, whatever, baggage is in your astral body creating these most frequent triggers, whatever baggage is in your physical body creating your most frequent triggers. You could do a whole nother set if you want. But we're gonna move on and do inner child healing. And I don't have my cute little paper on it right now, but I think that's okay. I have somewhere I have a little diagram of it. But anyway, what we're gonna do is heal a little child part of you. That is either from this life or past lives. You don't have to worry about it. It's a younger part of you, basically, that got stuck in the past because of, something happened. And it could be, fairly mild experience, but at the time you perceived it as a big deal. Or it could be, something that even now you still think of as a big deal. But anyway, go ahead and pick a past part of you that is stuck. And that creates, and that helps to contribute to this narrowed comfort zone. Okay? So just one experience. We're not gonna, fix your whole life right now. Just pick one past experience where part of you is stuck in the past, and that's part of what's narrowing your comfort zone. And go ahead and have that stuck past time part of you, just put him or her out in a chair out in front of you. And she could be like far out in front of you if you don't really feel like feeling any little sample of that experience. You can put her 20 feet out there and just be like, hi. All right, and then you can make a little gold gate in between you and her. That's very pretty, but it's a gold gate because you want her to come forward, but only when she's healed and you're really ready for her to rejoin you in the present. So you make your gold gate. And so now we're gonna do the flower healing part of this Inner Child Healing 3.0. So you can go ahead and say hi to that little maybe inner child part of you, or it could be a past life part of you. It's basically a past part of you. And go ahead and make with this subconscious, really smart part of your spirit, just go ahead and make a bunch of healing energy flowers for that part of you, right? So you make these flowers for that part of you with healing energy, and just your intuition just picks whatever rainbow colors is good for her or him. And then say, angels, can you please double check my flowers? Because they're gonna know that it's for that stuck part of you, and they're gonna double check them and make sure they're just right. And then go ahead and give those flowers to that stuck part of you. Say, here you go. And, let that stuck part of you receive them. And you can just, breathe for a minute. Even if you don't see it happening, you can't imagine it happening, just breathe for a sec and know that it's happening. And again, you still have the gate. You're not bringing her or him forward yet. What we're gonna do now is scarf healing. And basically you imagine 7 scarves, and they're real simple. They're not like this with all sorts of pretty colors in them. It's like there's a purple scarf, there's a cobalt blue scarf, there's a light blue scarf, there's one for each chakra, basically. Purple, darker blue, lighter blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. And you don't have to see all those colors at once or at all. You just imagine, okay? So you're imagining 7 scarves, and these scarves represent any lasting wounds that you have in your energy field anywhere from that experience, that past experience, right? And you just imagine the wounds as a simple hole, and there's one in each of the scarves, okay? That's it. So there's 7 scarves. Each of the scarves has 1 hole, and you can just line up the holes, so it's real easy. And then just use gold light on all the holes. And the gold light melts the wounds, and kind of the scarf just grows back. So you fill in the holes, you wash them out with the gold light, and the more you do that, the more the scarves just repair themselves. And so that's just a really simple way, so you don't have to, do a complex read of, oh, it's the back of my astral third chakra, and then it's the front of my physical seventh chakra, blah, blah, blah. It's just a bunch of holes, 7 holes, and you're healing them. And when they're healed, the holes go away. And the scarves, that part of the scarves is just fine. You're not gonna visualize all holes in these scarves. It's just one set of holes relating to that one experience. Why? Because you don't want to over trigger yourself. You just want to clear what we need to clear right now. There you go. So you healed that set of 7 holes in your scarves that relate to that one wounding experience. And then now we're going to melt away the walls of denial that are specific to that past experience, just those walls, because you have some other walls of denial that still serve a function right now. So you don't want to over trigger yourself. You just want to get rid of the walls that you no longer need, which have to do with this one experience. So just imagine those walls of denial that you have that enabled you way back whenever it was to kind of walk away from that part of you. Imagine those walls of denial. I'm imagining one giant wall, but sometimes I imagine them like, 4 walls in a row. But whatever you imagine it like, and just go ahead and run gold light through it. You can bring up red earth energy up through the wall and just melt away the wall. Just relax. The more you relax, the less hard you try, the faster it works. And if you feel like your wall is still there a little bit, you could pause and do more, or you can just say, angels, can you help me finish melting these walls of denial right here? Okay, so now your scarves are healed for that one, situation. Your walls are melted for that one situation. That inner child part of you, let's give her one more set of flowers just in case to make sure she's good. So go ahead, let's make another set of flowers. Angels, can you double check my flowers? And then give them to that past stuck part of you. So she's probably ready to come forward, but if you have any doubts at all, just say, angels, can you finish healing that part of me? And then go ahead and get rid of the fence, the gold fence that you made. You can just destroy that or give it to your angels if you prefer. And then just let that part of you come forward, because now that part of you is all healed and he or she can be a part of you now. So you don't have to have that part of you stuck in the past anymore. All right. So let's just do a quick regrounding, maybe a 1-color earth energy soak to help you finish up. So go ahead, redo your grounding, red or orange or yellow, nice and wide, as high as your 3rd chakra, going all the way down to the core of the earth. I'm going to do a yellow grounding this time for some variety. And just imagine that big wide grounding that you made, just make a copy of it out in front of you, and just imagine some energy blocks in there that are, just find some and melt them away. They maybe are in the center part of your grounding or in the back, and just melt them all away. So you have a big, wide, flowing downward flow there. And then let's do a 1-color earth energy soak. Oh, and redo your gold buffers too. Give yourself a set of 2 brand new gold buffer zones. And bring up earth energy. It's called the 1-color earth energy soak, where you bring up extra earth energy at the color of your grounding. So I'm going to bring up yellow, up, and you just fill up your whole energy system to the extent that's comfortable for you with earth energy at that color. So I'm going to bring up yellow earth energy. You can bring up red or orange or yellow. And just soak everything in that earth energy. Your aura, your chakras, all your organs, everything. So that's part of what happens in a big forest, because the trees bring up a lot of extra earth energy. So that's part of why being in a forest is so soothing. Okay, so let's end this video soon. I want to summarize though, what you did is going to, over time, help you have more adventure and spontaneity in your life. Because for the principal reason of most of the time why people have less of that is because they've limited themselves in an attempt to be less triggered. So if we help you clear more and more of these triggers, the most frequent triggers, then you get to expand your comfort zone. And the more expanded your comfort zone is, the more variety you have, the more comfortable you are doing a bigger variety of things, so that you can have more of a sense of adventure and spontaneity because you have more choices. Okay, great job. And to review the techniques we used, which was stacking and clearing 2 ways to clear out energy blocks from your astral body system and your physical body system. And also inner child healing 3.0 is what we used as well. So the final thing that I wanted us to do is what we did in the triple healing as well at the end, which is to get a blessing and a healing from your angels as well as the Archangel Metatron. And getting a blessing from the Archangel Metatron is optional, of course, but you know, archangels are angels too, and they are very capable, and so it's not really hard for them to heal you and other people at the same time. Although you do have the luxury of your personal angels who are super powerful as well, and they're much more focused on just you. So that's a super luxury as well. We want to sort of take advantage of both of those great things. Or I would encourage you to. So that's what we're going to do now. So just go ahead and ask with your mind, hey, angels, and that would be your personal angels if you just say angels. Hey, angels, can you please give me a blessing and a healing? And hi, Archangel Metatron, can you please give me a blessing and a healing? And they don't mind working together. So all you have to do is just relax, keep breathing. You can have your eyes open or closed when you get a blessing and a healing from the angels. All right, great. So it could be that your healing continues on, which is fine. If you feel that this walkthrough had value and you want YouTube to show it to other people, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. And you can also comment in the comment section, and sometimes, well, in general, that does help YouTube to value the video as well. Okay, thank you. Bye.